This is Rafiq Luzon, and you are tuned in to Nothing But That Sports Talk. New York sports is turned up the heat all the time, except the New York Mets. As you welcome to this episode of Nothing But That Sports Talk, I'm Rafiq Luzon, alongside the worst basketball announcer I've ever seen and no seen till Brooklyn. He's terrible. No, I'm kidding. Ryan Walker, welcome back to the show again.
And you had that one excellent. You niched that one down to a T. Wait till the masses see that. And being that we're wearing the I had to put my glasses on for the Philadelphia people, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that they're still all right. My condolences. But I got a great hat on, you got a great hoodie, and look at this right here, man.
Oh, that's nice. That is fire.
Walt Clyde Frazier signed picture from the 73 time of that championship, and I will never ever get rid of that lovely one right there. When I was at Bristol, a great person. There was a wife and a husband couple. The husband had passed away, and he always would see me. He had that picture in the room, and he loved it. And I was like, man, I would love to have that picture. And it's so crazy, when he passed away, he actually put it in his will. And his son, when they were filling up the room, they were like, yo, he was like, you're Ryan Walker, the guy. He's like, yeah. He said, my pops left this picture for you, man. He said you would love it. He said you asked for it, man. He said it's here. And I'm like, wow. So with the Knicks doing their run and doing everything they're doing right now, this is the perfect and the best time for it. So let's go Knicks, right?
Yeah. They had all the expectations to get to the conference finals this time, after going home in the conference finals last year to the Indiana Pacers. Funny enough, they're the worst record in the league, and they don't even have a lottery pick this year after the lottery results. And yeah, this besides the point. We were probably a low-key panicking when they were down 2 games to 1 in the Hawks, thinking it's 2021 all over again. But the Knicks literally turned the tide. Not much close game victories, but they're blowing Atlanta and Philadelphia out the water. But oh man, I know it's been 2 weeks, but that blowout win by 50 points in Atlanta, man. As a Knicks fan, you have to be happy that happened. Sweeping the Philadelphia 76ers with a blowout win, and that with blowout wins in that series as well. You have to be feeling good, because I remember 4 or 5 years ago, you said you didn't want to talk about the Knicks and they make you sick when they went home in the second round to Miami in 2023, or even before that when they missed the playoffs altogether after going home in the first round of Trae Young. You always talk about the Knicks championship drought. You always talk about how bad they are. You always talk about how pitiful they are. You always talk. There were even times you don't want to talk about the Knicks at all, but now's the time to talk about the New York Knicks.
Oh yeah. In general, the Knicks are doing what they got to do for the city. They're super hot. They're playing good ball. Not disappointed, but the wait is kind of killing right now. The long wait, and it's going on. Wow, I got my other one of my Knicks hats too. All this Knicks gear here, and we're waiting. Cleveland's got a good opportunity to do something tonight. Let's see if they finish off their business, or let's see if there's a game 7. In a catastrophic world, in a peaceful Knick world, I don't care who we play. And I know that's one of the questions you brought up. I don't care who we play. We talked about this. I think the Knicks are the best team in the Eastern Conference. I think when they're playing their game to the highest level, like we've seen right now, I don't think that there's any team in the Eastern Conference that when they're playing like that is capable of beating them. That's no disrespect to Detroit and Cade Cunningham. That's no disrespect to Mitchell and Harden and what they're doing down there in Cavalier country. But so with that being said, I guess I don't want to say the easier matchup, because sometimes I hate that terminology, but the Pistons are more of a physical team than the Cavaliers are. Not saying that Mobley and Allen are not physical per se, but they're more of a physical team. So that's the matchup you probably don't want to see based off the regular season. And what I tell people, I had a long conversation with Mike yesterday, Mike Walker. Shout out to M Fidel Photography, my man Mike. And North Mid-Atlantic Sports Media Group, pardon me. So regular season is not a direct correlation to the postseason. So just because you beat somebody or dominated somebody in the regular season doesn't necessarily correlate to the postseason. It's an important factor, but it's not a direct correlation. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So And there's many examples, and I don't even want to bring up Knicks examples. I remember Miami Heat teams with Wade, LeBron, and Bosh that the Chicago Bulls with Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah would beat them in the regular season, 3-1. And then when the postseason came, Miami would obliterate the Chicago Bulls because it's not a direct correlation. Sometimes it's about when you play a team, how you play a team, and so on and so forth. So now with that, with that being said, so we should say that San Antonio is going to beat Oklahoma, right? Because San Antonio beat Oklahoma in the regular. But nevertheless, the Knicks played the Celtics last year in the regular season. The Celtics beat us 3-1, and we beat them in the postseason. So those other years, I know what they're saying with the Pistons. I think Cade Cunningham is a phenomenal scorer. I know he's playing tough as he can. I'm still concerned about that collapsed lung. He looks a little bit banged up out there. And sometimes Detroit looks very ragged offensively if Cunningham is not having a big-time game. Sometimes Tobias will have to step up. Sometimes Tobias does well. Sometimes he doesn't. Long Island, I love him. It is what it is. I don't care who we play. We're fine against anybody. And if it's Cleveland, though, in a perfect world, I wish Cleveland would lose today and win Game 7 in Detroit, which would be very difficult. And then the Knicks could have home court advantage. And that would mean that we had home court advantage throughout the whole entire Eastern Conference.
But let's not forget, the Cavaliers wrapping up tonight. The Knicks, the game 1 will be the Sunday afternoon at 3:30 at the Garden. Think about that.
Yeah. Which I kind of don't want that. Like I do, and it'd be nice for Sunday. And crap, we got Takeover games. So I'd have to leave Takeover and run right away to watch it.
Yeah, that's the conflicting part about it. I mean, you want the Cavaliers to wrap it up right now, but at the same time, the preferable for the sake of home court advantage, you want the Cavaliers to probably lose tonight and then win Game 7. But then
lose tonight, win Sunday.
But then again, that's what I wanted. I remember 20 years ago when it was LeBron versus Chauncey Billups and Ben Wallace. It's literally had the potential to be that kind of a repeat. Or we could get a repeat for when LeBron and the Cavaliers took them out in 2007 in Eastern Conference Finals with the Knicks and with the Cavaliers and Pistons. I remember this is literally getting back to me the Cavs and Pistons rivalry that it was before LeBron dominated.
Well, you know what?
The only difference is the Knicks weren't good in those. The only difference is the Knicks weren't good during those days.
You know what? Let me tell you something, brother. The Knicks, in regards to this scenario, OG's going to play for Game 1, but if I can get another extra 2 days for him, because that means if the Cavs lose tonight, and let me tell you something, it's not in the bag. Detroit can win a road game, and they're not going to just go out quietly.
They could. Look what they did to Orlando Magic at the beginning. And you know what? That's another. That's literally for Orlando. It's really reliving that nightmare from 2003 when the Pistons came back and beat them in first round 2003 playoffs. No, or was it 2000? Yeah, it was 2003.
Let me ask you a question. If they go Game 7, Game 1 starts Tuesday?
Yeah.
Why did and they? I don't want to sound like I'm a Knicks fan, but why are they giving these guys such a short rest?
I mean, 1 week and 2 days is a lot of rest.
Not the Knicks. I'm talking about all right. So if the Cavs win today, Game 1 is Sunday. So they have to play Friday night.
But if you really think about it, no matter what, no matter who wins tonight, no matter who win, no matter how the scenario plays out, the winner of the series will only get 2 days rest before facing your Knicks, while the Knicks had a whole week off.
Oh yeah, that's their problem.
The whole narrative is you were concerned how the Knicks are going to come out when they had this whole entire 1 week of rest, and there were so many conversations.
I am worried about the
conversations, but there wasn't as much conversation with the Golden State Warriors sweeping the way to the NBA Finals on the way to a championship in 2017, or in 2021, the Lakers were sweeping the way to a championship round 2001 before losing Game 1 against Allen Iverson Sixers. Then they breezed through that Finals for a championship. There was this conversation then. You had at least 1 week or 5 or 6 days of rest in between those series when it's a sweep. So,
well, that's what I was going to say, that that those teams are different because they won a championship before. So they knew their savvy. They knew how to, like you mentioned the 2001 Lakers, right?
Yes.
Remember they won 2000.
Yes.
So they it, the only difference in the comparison is that you know who Rudy Tomjanovich is?
I have an idea.
Rudy Tomjanovich is the only head coach in the history of the Houston Rockets to bring a title to the Houston Rockets. He was on the 93 and he was the head coach for the 93 and the 94
Don't
Houston.
ever underrate the heart of a champion.
Perfect.
Let's not
Never
think about
underestimate the heart of a champion, he said. And when you're a championship team, you've been through so many trials and tribulations that you know how to prepare for it. I am concerned about the rush for the Knicks because we have to see how we're going to flow with it. There is going to be a little bit of a rush factor, and they'll get out of it really early, and they'll stay focused and locked in. The time off is great because guys are getting healthy. We'll have a healthy OG. Josh Hart gets a little bit more healthy with the hand thing, everything going on, still playing at a high level. Guys can rest it a little bit, and it's amazing for that. But we're gonna have to break out the rust right away. And because we're not a championship team as of yet, that's why the comparisons with the Warriors who did it and the one before and the Lakers were different because they knew how to win. And we're aspiring to do that. And I think they'll eventually be fine. I think the matchup will do great. And that's why if the Cavaliers do win, the Knicks home crowd will make sure the Knicks wake up earlier than later, excuse me. And if not, and it's the Pistons, we'll have to wake up because it's going to be a physical series, and that means we'll start in the Motor City.
Yeah.
So,
But let's
we'll
not
be
forget.
fine. We'll be fine. I'm ready for anything, man. I'm ready to try them to make this run, and I really want to get to this NBA Finals, Rafiq. Man, it would be great for the city. It would just be so super.
Yeah, we already saw New York Liberty win a championship in 2024. So don't think that can happen with the New York Knicks.
I'm glad we're going to talk about them too.
But while we're on the subject, yeah, the Liberty lost to the buzzer to an expansion team against Sarah Ashley Baker with a putback layup, 98-96. But the Liberty turned the tide and smoked them out the water, 100-82. It's all because of the efforts of Breanna Stewart and the rest of the team. They're showing you championship pedigree. What do you think about the early starts of Duke Liberty if you've been keeping tabs with it or at least know what's going on?
I love them. I love them. I absolutely love them. And they should have not lost the Portland game, the first one, but it's back to back, 2-day stretch. No, not back to back games, but they played them back to back because it was Tuesday and them. But that happens. You're gonna lose some games in the season to teams you shouldn't lose to. Portland played very fired up. They had the young lady who attended school in Portland, I think Portland University, who had to play a very, very good game. They played well, and the Liberty let that game go because we were up and we were supposed to do that, and then we missed the box out at the end, and that shot shouldn't have. But neither here nor there. They proved the next day that more superior than it is. Now let's think about this too. Liberty are 3-1, right? Should be 4-0, right?
Yeah, 3-1. They should be 4-0. That loss against Portland should have 5. Not saying the Portland Fire don't deserve to win. I mean, this
They
is
won.
in 24 years.
But let me ask us both a question, Rafiq. Has Sabrina Ionescu played yet?
Nope, she hasn't played yet. She's dealing with injury. Satu Sabi hasn't played yet.
Has Sabali played yet?
Nope.
So when they get back, it's gonna be dangerous. I absolutely love this team and roster. I love this roster more than the championship roster. They are super deep. You're gonna have Sabrina, Sabali come back, Miss Jones. You know what, Stewie?
It's Sabali, not Sabali.
How's the proper pronouncer for it?
Satu Sabali.
Sabali, pardon me. Sabali, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not too Sabali. Okay, so for Sabali, so you'll have Sabali, you have Sabrina, you have Stewie New York, Miss Jones. Now think about this too. Johannes, great shooter. Phoebe,
And
Phoebe, great shooter.
well, she only had 3 points in the blowout win, but that
That's
shot she
fine.
made with that
That's
tie the
fine.
game in '94.
Phoebe,
Literally,
the draft pick from France. What's her name? Ari. Oh God, what's the draft pick from France? She had a couple baskets yesterday. She played very well as well
Poland,
too.
I think it's
Astier, right?
Astier.
Astier, yes.
Poland, Astier, man, that girl's
Oh,
that lady's a bucket herself. 7 for 2
oh,
for the field, 20 points, 3 for 6 on 3-point shooting, three
oh my
rebounds, 2
goodness.
assists, and don't even, and yeah, rings her hands. Did only made 1 field goal and a 3-pointer, but
You
she
have the girl Gardner from UConn, right?
Rebecca Gardner. She won a championship with the Liberty in the past. We can't forget about her.
Bro,
Chu came back.
What shoe is back?
Yeah,
Oh, what shoe?
Rebecca Allen came back, even though
Come
she
on,
only had
bro.
3 points, but whatever.
They got 12 girls that could play basketball. They have 12 girls that could play basketball. What's the other girl with the set shot? She was knocking down a lot of threes yesterday. Is that the France girl?
Alex Fowler.
I love this team. I cannot wait.
Ben Lou.
And you know who on the low. You know who's my favorite player on the Liberty? I want you to think and guess this because you know how I feel about her. You know who's my favorite player?
Benangeline Hamilton.
I love her.
She's back.
I love her. And remember when the unfortunate situation happened with Unrivaled and she had got hurt and via that she had to get the surgery so the Liberty for the proper reasons. I'm pretty sure both sides spoke well. They had to part ways with her just because she was not going to be playing. They needed a roster spot, and you see they worked everything back out. They're back. Big shout out to Unrivaled because Laney was supposed to make $186,000 last year with the Liberty. They paid her contract, and they covered the surgery, and she's right back with the Liberty. So everything worked out. But I want you, if you can remember this, when Laney got hurt and wasn't there and moved on, what's the first thing I said to you when we had the conversation? If you can remember.
That Benangeline Hamilton played a huge factor in the offense for Liberty, and they might go to a little bit of a deterioration. And I almost didn't believe it first when they started 9-0 last year, but then the injury bugs happened to Brianna Stewart, Duncan Joseph, and Sabrina Nescu. They've all had instances where they missed games like 2 or 3 weeks in the mid to late point of the season, and Liberty nosedived to number 5 and went home the first time to the Mercury.
And what did I say? I said, when Laney wasn't there, I said, not we're in trouble because we have a good roster and stuff in class. I said,
you said something about that's going to be a problem.
I said, it's going to be a problem. And I said, that is the first tinker in the armor on why we're not going to go back to back. I said it. I said, I don't like this because she was so key to the team and it was just not a good start of everything. And as you can see, even though the Liberty were very good last year and they still went to postseason and tried to put an effort up to win the championship, they had struggles. They did have injuries on top of Laney not being there. And that was just the first that was the bad omen to say, damn, we're going back to back and this happens. So I'm so happy to see her back. She's an incredible, a good player. Great for them. She can come off the bench. She can start. She can do so much. She wants to be there. She's a beautiful young lady. And on top of that, did you see her drop that girl in the first game of the season?
Yeah. She put her in skate. I remember that one against Connecticut. Oh yeah. Well, we're on the subject.
AKA Houston.
The Connecticut Sun, soon to be Houston Comets.
Mm-hmm.
I know we talked about this on the air like a couple weeks ago, but now it's official. Connecticut Sun is, I don't know how to feel about this.
They're not playing good. Get them out of there. Get Houston a franchise. They'll be fine. And Connecticut can always come back. Remember, I told you that. Connecticut can always come back. The state of Connecticut cares about women's basketball.
Yeah, the basketball capital of the world. They say UConn Huskies, but they are. But everyone they're not getting that much money for not getting the win success of the Connecticut Sun. They're getting it from the UConn Huskies. So
They got to figure out how, not all the girls, but they got to figure out how to make UConn girls and the program and the pro team at least funnel some of the girls there. And don't got to be the top ones because, of course, the top ones are going to go to bad teams via the draft. But some of those girls that are at the end of the bench, they should naturally just have an opportunity to, after their careers are over, to play for the UConn. Connecticut will be back. I just think that now the Connecticut fan base, community, players, organization, boosters, scouts, everybody need to put more attention into the professional team, not just predicated to the college. Gino has UConn. And if Gino's not there anymore, Gino's going to put somebody great in there, and UConn girls are going to be UConn girls. But Connecticut is too important of a basketball region not to have a professional team. They weren't paying attention to them. They were doing bad and doing terrible. So now we get rid of them, bring Houston back their nucleus that they need. And if this will make Connecticut wake up because they can easily get the franchise back. But they have
to find a way to do it.
Yes. And you have to pay attention to it. And people have to support and buy tickets and support the team. It just can't be UConn Huskies. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, the fact that Connecticut's son had to sacrifice so just to bring back a franchise that started the winning tradition that we know today. Let's not forget the Houston Comets were literally the beginning of everything we know about winning success in the WNBA as media professionals and hardcore fans that would follow women's basketball for a very long time. And how many people? I mean, I know you don't want to lose Connecticut, but how much do you miss the Houston Comets when they folded in 2008? How much you missed it?
I missed it big time.
Exactly. So what is there to talk about? The fact that
I ain't gonna lie. There's no way.
2027. Every year is gonna be a new team. From this,
I don't think that you should have any professional basketball organization, male or female, and not have a Houston representative. It doesn't make any sense.
That's exactly my point. That's the mixed bag of it. The NBA don't have a team in Connecticut.
Turkey bacon, the turkey ham, it's pork.
So, well, yeah. But at least they still have the UConn Huskies. And UConn sees even I mean, the only time you ever see them lose is when you get to the last 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament. They almost don't lose.
100%.
Okay, now we gotta get into some more discussions. I mean, I know football season's long ways away, but
you know I'm mad that you brought that up. But yeah, that's fine.
But the schedule, the NFL schedule came out, and they're gonna start the season against the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. And even though I know they did just steamroll them to finish last season, the fact of the matter is the Giants have no expectations to make the postseason after them and the Jets were both trash. And obviously, we're going to get to the win-loss predictions when we get closer to the start of the NFL season, but they got a road game against the Los Angeles Rams on Monday Night Football on September 21st. And they have to face the Houston Texans, New Orleans Saints. And they have the Seattle Seahawks, a team that won the Super Bowl last year on the road on December 13th. Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, real tough schedule. Oh, yeah, there's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Do I need to remind you of the Giants quarterback that plays there before he got hurt?
Well, you know what? For this take, let's put this on here. You know what? I don't even, and with football, I don't, you know, you were bringing up, we're going to talk football anyway, but I don't even want to talk about that. It's so hard to get this schedule and talk about it because there's still, you know, the draft almost over, but you know, acquisitions are going to move around. People are going to move around. This is all I can say about my Giants. I'm not a Jets fan, but I don't have no issues with them. I support them. I'm not a hater, like, you know, some of my friends who will rank on so bad Giants Jets, but So I want the Jets to be better and successful too because they have a great fan base. I have no problems with Jets Nation. The only fan base and team in New York I cannot
It's
support.
the New York Mets. I get it.
Yeah, because and it's because of the fan base. Because I don't have no problem with the Mets and the players and the organization. Like I like Soto, I like those guys. It's the fan base. I can't deal with the Mets fan base. Hence, but we're talking football now, and we're gonna go into we're gonna go into baseball second, so we gotta talk about that. But because I seen you bring up baseball as well too, so I know we're gonna talk about that before we end this whole show. But I actually really, really got a lot of love for the Jets. Sometimes I get kind of upset when the Jets Giants. And what rivalry? I don't think it's like a direct. It's not like a super hate. It really isn't. It's just like kind of taking jabs at each other because Giants and Jets like really do have like even though like we're direct like distance away from each other, playing the same stadium, we want to do well. But I think it's one of those things that it's a mutual respect. Both teams will go at each other for what's that for the bragging rights, but it's not like Yankees Mets. Like Mets Nation generally hates the Yankees. And Mets Nation hates the Yankees, and I get it, but the Yankees have a winning organization. So a lot of their hate is just because it's hate. They'll never give respect or congratulations to the Yankees. It's always, yo, you won 300 years ago, and that you won mad titles in the 1920s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s. Yo, you haven't won since 2009. They haven't won since 86, and they only won 2 titles.
That's not even yeah.
Okay,
I think I
so
watch more
like
baseball more time to know the Yankees and Mets, at least in terms of World Series success, is not really much of a
it's not in the Yankees and Mets in general in regards to success.
at least in
There's
World Series.
nothing to talk about. There's
At least in
nothing to
World
talk
Series,
about,
at least in World Series success is nothing to talk about. And the whole world purpose of playing the other 62 games and the
bro.
amount of postseason is to win the World Series.
Look at me. The only conversation there is to have the same about Yankees and Mets is that we play in the same city. There's no conversation to have. This is what I'm trying to tell you. A Dodgers fan can talk to me. A Cardinals fan can talk to me.
A Red Sox fan can talk to you because Red Sox
Yes.
came back for 3
Yes.
games to one
No,
to
it
beat
has
the
nothing to
Yankees.
do. See, but you
Red,
talk about
Red
points
Sox
about
came back for 3-0 to the
that has
Phillies.
nothing to do with it.
Are you just going to ignore that in 2004?
No, I'm not going to ignore it, but that has nothing to do with why they can talk to me. The Red Sox Nation can talk to me because they have a winning organization. It doesn't have to do with that 1 year of 3-0. Because if we like, uh, bro, that's always gonna last for time. Do you know that when Babe Ruth left the Red Sox and went to the Yankees, the Red Sox didn't win for about 60 something years? So if I wanted to be a jerk and talk about the curse of the Bambino that happened with the Red Sox, that
Before they
took
won
them
in
to,
04?
huh?
You mean before they won 04?
Correct. It took them 60 something years to do that. So we haunted them for years for that. And they could get that forever. They should get it because anytime you give up a 3-0 lead in anything in sports and history, it should be talked about. But that's not the reason why the Red Sox can talk to us. The Red Sox can talk to us because they have a winning model organization. I got a fan base with 2 titles, one in 69 with Tom Seaver and one in 86 that has the nerve to try to talk to us. There's nothing to talk about. And then and then we're gonna go back to football because this is not the baseball topic. We're gonna have a baseball time. The Mets, pardon my French, I can't say that on air. The Mets stink right now. They're terrible. I don't have no Mets fans DMing me. I don't see no Mets posts. I don't see no Mets on Instagram. I don't see no Mets talk. I don't see no Mets papers. I don't see nothing with the Mets. Rest in peace, my brother. I love you. You know who I'm talking about. This is my problem with New York Mets. Baseball is not a sport no more because they stink and they're last place. They paid $810 million to a guy that didn't care about the Yankees or the Mets. He cares about money. That's the truth. And the Mets are bad, and nobody from the Mets, no fans are posting or talking no baseball. That's what I can't stand about Mets fans. Because when they stink, they hide in a corner and they're nowhere to be found and talk baseball. They
You
talk
can't find them.
they talking Knicks, they talking this, and that. If the Yankees were bad and the Mets were good right now, every Mets platform would post. And I want you to send this to, I wish you could tag and collaborate every Mets person in social media. Wavy Walker, the voice of strong, Allen said it. This is why I don't like not the Mets organization, the fan base. The only credit I give Mets fan base is that you're loyal. You gotta be loyal to love that. But because you guys are not good, and I don't hear no Mets conversation. I don't hear nobody talk to me about the Mets. The Mets lost 13 straight baseball games.
In the month of April. Even though they just went to Detroit Tigers and guess what's happening this weekend? I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm not going to say nothing, but
and they got some good.
The Mets were in the same predicament 2 years ago. They're a few games less than they were at this time in 2024, but they were in a predicament before, and you saw how they turned the tide and almost made the World Series in 2024. I'm not saying nothing about nothing, but the statistics, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
You're right.
Yourself.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You're right. I'm going to do this for you. Because mathematically, they can go. Can you get what is the Mets record currently at the moment? Can you give me that number?
18 and 25.
18 and 25. So 25 plus 20 is 45. So that means that's 43 games played, correct? Mm-hmm. 43 games. 162 minus 40, 152, 142, 132, 122.
122.
So that's 40. So how many games we said they played? 40 what?
They played 40 games.
What's the you said the Mets record is what? 25 and what?
18 and 25.
25. So they 25. So if it 25 plus 20 is 40. Wait, 25 plus 20, is 45. So 25 plus 18 is 43. So they played 43 games. What's 162 minus 43? 152, 142, 132, 122. So they have played 100 there's 119 baseball games left. Mm-hmm. So, of course, mathematically, they still have a chance to qualify for postseason. I think division is probably far-fetched, but mathematically, there's still a chance, even though it's difficult.
There's 7 games out of the wild card, which is held by the San Diego Padres.
7 games out the wild card. Wow, that's 2 series sweeps. Whoa. So, but I will go on a limb and I will say this for you and for the air. I'm going to say that the Mets are not going to make the postseason. And if they do, I will take this is a one-sided bet. I will take you to dinner in any restaurant you choose in Brooklyn if the Mets qualify for a postseason spot. We are on air and record. I will pay for the dinner wherever you choose if the Mets qualify for postseason. And I'll just leave that right there. Because mathematically they have time. And I told you how many games left, but I'm telling you, they're not doing it. I'm telling you, it's not happening.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
So you go off for 2 years ago all you want. We going off right now.
Okay. I'm just saying, life is full of surprises. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. And
full of surprises.
So
anyway, New York back to football. The New York Jets open the season on the road against the Titans for the home opener against the Green Bay Packers. And they have to play games against the Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears, the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. And the Arizona.
I'll say this. I think for both Giants and Jets, I just want them to be better.
That's all they can do. Play better. They're both rebuilding teams. They're literally the only worst thing about New York sports right now. We talked about the Knicks and Liberty success. Oh, yeah. We always forget the fact that the NHL playoffs going on, and the Rangers, Islanders, and Devils all missed the postseason. Even though Jersey Devils don't count as your team,
Metropolitan area, yeah, I get you.
Metropolitan area stuff.
You know what? We gotta the Islanders and the Rangers, and you see me. I just swore them. I love my Rangers hat. I love my Rangers, but I'm an Islanders supporter. I love them too. You know, I'm voice of Strong Island, so I know I love the Islanders. I'm not like how the Islanders and Rangers fans are another fan base. They both teams don't like each other. It's direct hate. I don't feed into it. Trust me, they hate each other. They hate each other.
You're telling me. I remember one time when I went to an Islanders game against the St. Louis Blues. I was walking. Me and my guy Dan was walking out with a bunch of fans where we all said, "If you know the Rangers suck, clap your hands."
they hate each other, and I love the rivalry with it because here goes the thing: the Islanders have won more Stanley Cups than the New York Rangers, and the Islanders are the last and the only team, not the only. They're the last professional team to win 4 straight championships in the history of professional sports from 79 to 1983. And they absolutely captivated New York and Long Island. They had very great teams. The Rangers have been around longer, and the Rangers do have Stanley Cups. I think they have 3.
Most recent win was in 1994.
94. So we've won more recently, but it's still not as recent. They won 83, won 94. We're both in droughts. We're both trying to figure it out. The Rangers, over the last 30 years, have had more success with more postseason teams, more times of going to the Stanley Cup, not winning, but we got there, or Eastern Conference Finals and good teams. The Islanders are getting better now. The Islanders were better than us this year. That doesn't say much because both teams didn't qualify for postseason. Rangers were better than the Islanders last year. And the 2 years before that, the Islanders were better, but the Rangers were still competitive. And the Rangers had times before that when they was going to the chip. It's just been a lot, but both fan bases are evil to each other, but we both haven't won in a while. And I think the conversation with the Rangers and the Islanders, here's what it is. In New York, the Rangers are more known, and they're more known team. The New York Islanders do represent for the whole New York, but it's Long Island. You understand what I'm saying? So they've won more cups, but the Rangers have been more consistent of a program and won the last recent cup. And that's always been the fight and the debate. But me personally, whenever the Rangers, I'm a Rangers fan, so if I get around an Islanders guy fan and he's ranking on the Rangers too much, I'll check him. But I don't check him too much because I do love the Islanders, and they play right down the road from me at Elmont, which they used to play at Uniondale at Nassau Coliseum. But 2 fan bases that we both need, both hockey teams, to be better. When the Rangers and Islanders are better too, believe me, it's good for New York. On top of what's going on with the other sports that are doing good. And we got to figure it out with the Giants and the Jets. Right now, Rangers and Islanders had a bad year, but they're not consistently bad. But as of right now, Rangers, Islanders, Giants, Jets, and Mets, we have to figure out how to resurrect those teams.
Yeah, we have to figure it out. But don't worry about it. And I get it. We're not going to be a winning team every single year in life. We're really not. We have to go through rebuilding bumps eventually just to find ways to get better. Look at the Brooklyn Nets. At one point when we had KD, Kyrie Harden, they were at the very least a championship contender. Now, they only managed to get the 6th pick in the NBA draft, and they're just trying to figure out how they're going to win with the draft pick they do get. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I can say about that.
But Giants and Jets just want them to be better. Harbaugh is there. So right now, if the Giants can get 7, 8, or 9 wins next year, I'm happy with that. I just want them to just rebuild and get it right and make strides to the future. And like I told the Sixers fans, I said, the Knicks kicked the Sixers' butt this year and beat them 2 years ago for all the years that the Eagles have been kicking my Giants' ass. Pardon my French. And so that was like a payback, but we have to figure out how to eventually get this Giants football team back to competitiveness And I
Hey, they
believe
have
the
a new
Clippers
coach in
top
John
120.
Harbaugh, so hopefully he can do something about it. And Jackson Dirt looks pretty promising. It's just a matter of staying healthy with the rookies and the new guys they picked up the past few years and not blowing too many 10-point leads. And it's something you're trying to figure out because they show potential. They just have to make sure it leads to more wins. So there's that. We'll wrap up this episode to put that sports star. Thank you for stopping by. Rafiq was on alongside Ryan Walker, Wavy's World. Don't forget to catch him at No Seats of Brooklyn and Takeover. And you can, and yeah.
Oh, yes. And while you say that, too,
Yeah.
quick
Oh,
drop before you
I'll let you do that.
before you do the wrap up, yes. No Sleep to Brooklyn, Cypress Hills, East New York, IS 218. My man, Coach Blue from South Shore, the architect there, NYC Hoopers, my guy. We've been doing a great thing. So anybody that wants to catch games, Mondays and Wednesdays, IS 218 in East New York at Cypress Hills. Great, great, great stuff going on there. High school kids from Brooklyn and all over New York City are popping out. So it's a very good program, very good thing. Postseason's coming up soon, guys. So get in the building now. It's free to watch at IS218. We'll be going to another site. You don't want to miss that. There's very good players there. Also, Takeover Tournament, Takeover Classic, Pro-Am. We're in our playoffs. We got games this Sunday, Eagle Academy, a lot of big games. We're getting close to the end for that. So stay tuned in and make sure you guys are stay tuned in. Go to Takeover Live. We now officially have a web page and a website. Rafiq, you can go take a look as well too. Go to Takeover Live. You'll see your stats. You can get merch, scheduling. You can book the live stream. You can do everything on the page. What we're doing with Team Focus, the Takeover Tournament, and of course, the Prime Wave live stream, all on that Takeover Live page, which we also have the live stream for the future. We will be at Bayside. We will be at Holy Cross doing live stream and many other endeavors. So make sure you're locked in with Prime Wave with that as well, too. We are changing the future and changing the culture for families, community, coaches, and players. And that's what we're going to be riding on. My guy Rafiq is going to be a part of this mission with us as well, too. So make sure everybody's locked in with that. Broadway Park, June 13th, guys. Broadway Park, June 13th, opening day. Commissioner Spank, Pro-Am Vibes. We have teams from Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island. It's going to be crazy this summer. So make sure you're popping out for that. Takeover playoffs. Everybody can sign up too for Takeover for season 5 in October, November. It's going to be $25K. $25,000. $3,000 to enter, pays for everything, and you have a potential to win $25K. That's a $22K bonus right there. So guys, lock in now. Go on the page. You can register now. Don't let it get to September, October, November. You're like, what? It's there. Y'all figure it out now. We can make it happen. Big shout out to my man Malachi Wilson, who does the gear and the material for us, and all the guys we got printed up. I'm trying to see what I did. I make sure I mention out with that too. There'll be one-on-one runs as well too. Jay Will for the kill. My man Kedar, aka Superman, and of course my brother Cha-Ching. Love y'all guys for putting me a part of the team with zero tolerance. Zero tolerance, my man Bo. The TMT guys, they've added me to the team, and I think it's such an honor and privilege. So I love them so much, and I appreciate them so much, especially Cha-Ching and Kedar for shouting out to me. I'll be announcing May 30th. It'll be in Brooklyn. The one-on-one high school classic with the For the Kill. There's going to be top metropolitan kids and out-of-state kids coming. So, guys, make sure you stay tuned with that. May 30th, you want to be in the building. One-on-one For the Kill. Funny Ones high school classic. You can't make that stuff up. June 6th, the 5 a.m. Brotherhood will start. I'll be back with those brothers. We'll be doing a great thing out east in Suffolk County and Nassau County at the North Sport Gym, Collegiate and Gym. It looks so great. So make sure you're locked in with that. I have a one-on-one thing I'm doing with RTC also on the same day, June 6th. So we're locked in. So it's great things coming. And of course, to end this one, June 20th. June 20th, Queens College, Bowling for Peace, NYC Elite 32. Wavy World podcast. We're all together. We have a big high school game. And I'll say this, Rafiq. I'm picking 80% of the kids that are coming there. Most of the kids that you see in the building, I have been the one to get them there. Big shout out to Coach Tippy. Coach Tippy's with us too and has done a great job. And Coach Tippy has got a lot of the players and the kids to come there as well too. But a lot of those kids, God bless them, they're in the building. Anybody we ask to be a part of the invite, just know that you're getting free shorts, free jersey, free warm-up jacket. Content creators will be there. Scouts will be there. Celebrities will be there. And this is the time for you guys to show what you've been working on, show your skills, show what you can do, and have a good time and make sure the right people are paying attention to you in the building. So Rafiq will be there with nothing but the sports talk. We're going to work on his merch and we're going to get that there. Wavy World, Wavy Walker, the voice of Strong Island will be there. We'll be combined. Me and him have been doing this search since 2018. We're approaching 10 years with this and we're still flowing. So June 20th, I know they'll be there. And big love to you, Rafiq, for showing up to No Sleep to Brooklyn. That was pretty awesome.
I had
And
to show up to something you're involved in. I mean, well, obviously, we all can't be available for everything, but I gotta show up for something just to show you that, just to show you, just to think my way of thanking you for all the stuff you've done for nothing but that sports talk. And
love you,
yeah,
man. We've
I
been
had to do
doing
what
this
I
for
had to do.
years. We've been doing this before COVID. We did this during COVID. We went to studios together. You done met me at Broadway Park. You done been to No Sleep to Brooklyn. I done come to St. John's. We done radio shows. We done did this together. We did a lot together. Nothing will ever separate our bond. Pro City, we did so much things together, and we're gonna continue to keep building. And we're gonna continue to work into the future. And those are all the promos. Everybody knows about everything. And I'll let you finish it out, man. You got to end the show. You got to do your signature lines.
For Rafiq Lewis on Ryan Walker, we'll see you next time.
Let's go, Knicks.